Welcome back, apprentice. Today, we are embarking on a quest to conquer a really crucial part of your marketing executive apprenticeship, Skill 2. This is your guide to planning and delivering campaigns that get real, actual, measurable results.
So grab your notebook, get focused, because your next big quest starts right now. Are you ready to level up? Let's do this.
You know, every great quest starts with a map. So, our first stop is to get the lay of the land. What exactly is Skill 2? Understanding this is the foundation for everything else we're going to talk about. Okay, so at its heart, Skill 2 is all about running tactical campaigns. Think of these as your specific missions. We're not talking about vague ideas here. These are short-term, super-focused marketing activities that take the big company strategy and turn it into real-world, measurable action. Now, this slide, this holds the secret code to every single successful campaign. SMART objectives. And this isn't just some boring jargon. It's your essential framework. Every goal has to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Seriously, this is non-negotiable for success. And boom, here's what a perfect SMART objective looks like in the wild. It's not just get more leads. No way. It's specific website inquiries for this exact apprenticeship. It's measurable, a 20% increase. It's time-bound, within 3 months. And look, it even gives you a hint at the tactics, email and LinkedIn. This level of clarity, this is what you're aiming for.
So why does all this matter so much? Well, because at level 4, your role is changing. You're moving from just helping out to actually delivering. You'll be expected to own campaigns, to prove their value with cold, hard data, and to justify your decisions. Mastering this skill is how you prove you're ready for that next step up.
Okay, so you get the quest. Now for the fun part, the training montage. This is where we break down how you're going to build these skills step by step in the real world, at your actual job. Your journey here is a pretty clear progression. It starts simple. Just practice writing objectives on paper. Get a feel for it. Then you move on to planning, maybe using some company templates. Next, you get your hands dirty and actually deliver a real campaign. And finally, and this is probably the most crucial part, you analyze the results and reflect on how to do it even better next time. Every hero needs a toolkit, right? You'll be using things like campaign templates, marketing calendars, and CRM systems. That's customer relationship management software, basically for tracking leads. And of course, analytics tools to measure your success. Get really familiar with whatever tools your company uses. They are your secret weapons. So let's get practical. How can you start practicing right now? Think of these as your training missions. First, take a business goal and try writing a SMART objective for it. Then create a simple campaign plan. Maybe volunteer to deliver just a small part of it. And finally, whip up a simple report evaluating how it went. Action is how you learn this stuff. Right. You've done the work, you've built the skill, now it's time to gather the treasure, the proof. This section is all about collecting the right evidence to upload to APTM, which is, your online portfolio for your whole apprenticeship journey.
Let's make this crystal clear. For APTM, you're going to need 4 key types of evidence. Your campaign plans, they show you can think strategically. Screenshots of live emails or social posts, they prove you can actually do the work. Performance reports, they show you can handle the data. And your reflective statements, they prove you can learn and get better. Simple as that. And please, think of your reflective statement as telling the story of your quest. Don't just list what you did. Explain the why. What was the goal? Then you got to detail the how, the actions you took. And finally, cover the what, the results you got. And most importantly, what you learned for next time. All right, you're skilled, you've got your proof. It's time for the final challenge, the Endpoint Assessment, or EPA. Think of this as the final boss battle of your apprenticeship, where you show an external assessor that you've truly mastered your craft. So during the EPA, you'll have what's called a professional discussion with an assessor. It's basically a structured conversation where they'll ask you about the evidence you've put in your portfolio. They just want to hear you talk confidently about how you owned your campaigns, from the initial planning all the way through to delivery and checking the results. Okay, let's run through some of these boss-level questions. First up, an assessor leans in and asks, how do you set SMART objectives for a marketing campaign? What do you say? A top-tier answer always starts with the why, the business goal. Then you can explain your process. But the key words here, the ones you want them to hear, are focus and measured objectively. This shows you get that marketing is there to serve the business and has to be accountable.
All right, next question. The assessor wants to see your process. They're going to ask you to walk them through how you planned a campaign. The perfect answer here tells a story with a clear beginning, middle, and end. You started with a purpose, you set your objectives, defined the audience and channels, and then you created a plan. Using a phrase like structured approach just sounds super professional and shows you were in control. Now for the big one. They will always ask about the results. How did you measure performance? The absolutely crucial point here is to link everything back. You explain that you used KPIs, key performance indicators, that were directly connected to those smart objectives you set at the very beginning. This creates a perfect loop, proving you can measure exactly what you set out to achieve.
And for the final question, they want to see the big picture. Why does any of this actually matter to the business?
And this, right here, this is the distinction level answer. You're not just sending emails or posting on social media, you are ensuring that marketing is focused, that it's accountable, and that it demonstrates a real return on investment. This elevates marketing from being just a support team to being a strategic contributor to the company's success. That is the ultimate goal. So we've covered the entire quest, from understanding the theory to proving you've mastered it. You have the map, you've got the toolkit, and you've even got the model answers. The only thing left is for you to start your own adventure. So my final question to you is, what will your first campaign be?